It's just something that you learn to live with because you've befriended it. You've learned to listen to it. You love it. You embrace it. More importantly, you listen to it. Creativity is an addiction. Unplugged because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally uncut because we all make mistakes. So turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. I write in a forest. I go there to listen. What started at the Billy Graham Library in Charlotte, North Carolina has evolved into a lifelong journey. Something is always moving through each and every one of us. The question is, do you hear your calling? These aren't my words. These are the lyrics from Billy's Forest. Chapter number 299, January 22nd, 2022. Another blanket of snow has been laid on this forest floor. The bitterly cold 19-degree temperature hasn't the strength to steal from the beauty of not only the layers of white, but the footprints created by rabbits, deer, and quite possibly the raccoon. It's as if Mother Nature is showing how much alive this forest truly is. When there isn't snow, it doesn't mean this collection of trees are silent. The snow teaches the human imagination to believe in more than what is seen. The fallen leaves are completely covered, which gives the forest a replenished appeal, as if to be saying, hey, look at me. We waited 4 years for last week's winter decorations, only to wait another week for this wonderland of display. It's always so amazingly peaceful when there's snow on the forest floor. But if you listen very carefully, you can hear extremely tiny droplets of water falling from where they once were a snowflake. The forest is always speaking, even when the human life and style feels like it's been interrupted. The goal is to become the listener. There's that word. Listener. That word is very, very heavy in my heart as I have now become a 60-year-old man. I played in my 20s. I cleaned up the floor in my 30s. I dared myself in my 40s. In my 50s, I began to explore. In my 60s, I want to be the listener. There's so many elements around us at all times of the day. Turn off the radio, which includes the podcast, the television shows, the binge watching, the movie theaters, and just listen. You don't think people are talking to you. It doesn't have to be a person. How is it you're supposed to hear from nature? You can go to a movie called The Minions and laugh for an hour and 30 minutes, and very rarely is there one word of English or any kind of language even shared. But you laughed. Your emotions got involved. You listened. Because a movie like the Minions really does play with your imagination, and it's almost like you can say, I do understand. It's like Charlie Brown's school teacher. You knew exactly what the teacher was always saying. The art of listening begins with turning things off. So the blankets of snow, that represents everything, was turned off. It was covered up. So therefore, we were allowed to listen. I'm Arroe. These aren't my words. These are the lyrics from Billy's Forest.